All right, y'all, welcome back to my channel. Come on, buddy. Come on, man. Are you serious? No. What the heck? What did you just do? Move. No. See, now you got the whole thing discombobulated. Get your butt. Okay, there we go. Come back. Hey, there we go. All right, y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a quick review of my latest fitness gadget. This is the Lifepro Bioremedy Sauna Wrap. I got it in the pink color. So I've wanted one of these for the longest time, probably for like 4 or 5 years now. I first heard about sauna blankets, love saunas, but I've typically used dry saunas and I haven't had the best experiences with infrared. At one point I bought a membership at an infrared sauna. And I remember we were trying everything. Like, swore I wasn't drinking enough water. They turned the temperature up as far as it could. I just did not sweat in the infrared sauna. And then I started researching the sauna blankets, and I actually know someone who has one, and she just raved about it. She has like one of the really expensive ones. It was like $600-700. It's like, I don't really want to spend that much because you know how it can be with things like this. You might use it for a while and then like, I didn't want to spend $600 for something, use it. And I know I wouldn't send it back because I just feel like it's gross to like get in there and sweat inside of it and then like package it back up and mail it back to them. So yeah, so I'm like, for myself, let me get one that's more affordable, make sure that I'm actually gonna comply with it and keep using it first before I make a big commitment. Seemed easy enough. You can find sauna blankets everywhere, right? They're all over Amazon. And a lot of them make all kinds of promises as far as them being low EMF or no EMF or infrared, ultra infrared. I'm sure if you're in the market for one of these, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it just becomes so confusing and so overwhelming, especially when I got into the side of YouTube where people were like buying different blankets and testing them. I just got so overwhelmed and I kind of forgot about the whole sauna blanket thing for a while. Then fast forward to 2024, I found out that I could actually use my flexible spending account. I had exactly $200 left on my FSA that I needed to use. I found this Lifepro sauna mat, which according to, you know, the people who have tested it, it has relatively low EMF, especially for the price, and it's a good quality mat. Total price came out to like $195. So I have $4.68 sitting in my FSA to do something with. And then also they were doing a promotion. I don't know if they do that all the time, but I'm going to be getting back like a $36 Visa gift card. So that did make me a little bit nervous. They were willing to sell it for like under $200 plus give me around $40 back. So it's going to be roughly about $160. And you guys know these things can be pretty expensive. So I don't know. I'm expecting and hoping for the best. It ships in a nice box. As far as using your FSA or HSA for a sauna blanket, you have to be careful about where you actually purchase from. If your plan administrator asks you for a letter of medical necessity, you need to be prepared for that. So there are some companies out here, and Lifepro is one, where they partner with TrueMed. And it was literally, I mean, it took maybe 3 minutes for me to complete all the paperwork. And then I got my letter of medical necessity by email, and I'm just holding on to that. Hopefully, you know, they don't challenge it, but if they do, I know I'm covered. So we'll go ahead and open it. I'm assuming if anyone's here, you already know about the benefits of infrared sauna blankets. I also don't have an EMF tester, but there is someone, I will put his information on the screen, who made a video and he tested the EMF. Personally, I'm not too concerned about that. Like, I'm over that at this point. I just want to go ahead and use this thing, give it a chance, and then I can get paranoid about EMFs later. But I understand being paranoid about EMFs for good reason, because I was paranoid about EMFs and put off buying one of these for years because of it. So it comes with these little disposable sauna wraps, which is like a little kind of like aluminum sheet. I've seen other people review these products and they didn't have good experiences with these. So for my first try, we are not going to be using these because I'm a little bit nervous about that. It comes with a user manual. And then it also comes with this stuff. Asking for an Amazon review, other special offers. So this company, Lifepro, they sell a lot of health gadgets like the compression thingies for people who have lymphedema. They sell those vibrating plate things that I'm intrigued about those too, but I don't know. It just seems a little hokey to me as I'm buying a sauna wrap. They give you the lifetime warranty. I will definitely be registering for that. I think the lifetime warranty is a great bonus too, because just looking at reviews, so many people ultimately have issues with their sauna blankets, whether they buy, the super expensive ones or not. Made in China. I just had to double check to make sure I wasn't stereotyping, but it definitely is, of course, made in China, because everything is made in China. Oh, I love this pretty pink color. So it comes with a nice little carrying bag. This definitely feels adorable. Not super expensive, but durable and nice enough. Especially, I don't plan to travel with this or anything, so I think it will be good enough for me for storage. Here's the actual blanket itself. Y'all, I love this pink color. It's so pretty. Pretty in pink. Just a soft, feminine, cute pink. One of the big differences with this one that I hear people talk about is that this particular blanket doesn't have, some of them have like a soft outer layer that's like a towel material. I'll definitely do close-ups so you guys can see. It reminds me of like the fabric that maybe a tent would be made out of, or a sort of a tarp, but less plasticky than a tarp material. So this does not have a cloth-like outer layer on this model, but Lifepro they do sell other models. It's just that this is like their entry level. Another concern that people had is about the length and the ability to fit into these comfortably. So they do have two sizes. I got the smallest size. They do have another one that's a couple inches longer. The width of it is not too wide either. So we'll get into that. In preparing to use this for the first time, I am wearing, I believe this shirt, pretty sure this is 100% cotton, and I have on these linen cotton shorts. People recommended to definitely do not get in here naked. So it is far infrared. My cat's doing his inspection, making sure it's safe. Lucky black cat, blessings to everyone who is watching. I hope you're not superstitious, because you can't watch my channel because my cat is always going to make a cameo. Up on a flat, sturdy, heat-resistant surface such as a bed, couch, or floor. So I was wondering about that. People seem to have different experiences, like putting it on a couch or a bed. Say that it feels like it gets too hot, or maybe that there wasn't enough circulation. So I'm going to start with it on the floor and see how that goes. Armholes are zippered. I want to get all the way inside. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be all the way in here. Drink at least 16 ounces of water. Interesting, because I've seen a lot of people like holding their tablet and stuff, or like being on their phone with it. And they say they have a note here that those things could be damaged by the heat and sweat. If you prefer to wear clothes, wear clean, comfortable, loose-fitting cotton clothing that you don't mind getting sweaty. Grab a pillow. Okay. Something else that they mentioned in the instructions, that if you use these disposable sauna wraps, the benefit of these, it's going to increase your sweating, your detoxification, and your fat loss. However, it does block the infrared waves, so you're not going to get the infrared benefits. All right. So relax and enjoy. Device will turn off automatically. Drink water, press on and on. Open the zipper. I mean, this seems easy enough. The number one thing they stress is to make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, right? And don't stay in here for too long after. It also says don't use it on a leather surface. So if you have a leather sofa, don't do that, right? It takes 5 to 10 minutes to warm up. Take a shower bath, just did. Okay, remove all the stuff. Do not eat right before, do that. Wear little clothing. Okay. For first time users, they recommend 20 to 30 minutes 1 to 2 times a week, and work up to 35 to 40 minute sessions 3 to 5 times per week. Don't use more than 60 minutes in 24 hours. After you get out, you're gonna wait at least 15 minutes before taking a shower or doing anything else. Simple enough. There's a lot of things repeated in here multiple times. So it's basically just plug and play. All right, so for those like myself who need something visual, I know there's measurements on the website, but the width of this, that is in a standard size pillow shampoo. That's about the width of this thing, right? It is roughly about 31 inches wide. I am 5'3.5", about 5'4", right? And I feel like it's gonna be just to fit to my body. Here's the controller. I have to say, like, it feels sturdy enough, but it does feel pretty light, like light and lightweight. So it doesn't give the impression of like the highest quality, but this was a budget device, but just something to keep in mind. Not super cheap, but not the most expensive thing either. As far as like the wiring and everything like that, I feel confident in this, right? Like I don't feel like it's unsafe. I would definitely pack it back up unused and send it back to them if I felt that way. But just my novice, like bystander impression of the materials compared to like, you know, the materials of other things that I've purchased in my lifetime. It's probably not the absolute highest quality, but I think it will get the job done. So if you're like super picky and a stickler for quality or something, or you have like very high expectations to maybe buy something that was worth more than you paid for it, I don't know if this is the thing for you. Let's look at the zippers. Like the zipper, you know, it just feels like a light type of plastic sort of zipper that I would get on clothes that I bought at maybe like, I don't know, Forever 21, Target or something like that. But this thing comes with a lifetime warranty, so they're standing behind it. So that's definitely encouraging. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and zip this thing up, preheat, and I'll get back to you once I am inside. They probably give you about 4 feet, maybe 3.5 of cord. So keep that in mind depending on where you're planning to put this. Don't tell me it's not coming on. It was just that outlet. I was so scared for a minute. So it's automatically heating up. I'm just double checking to see what they say about temperature. Oh, it feels like it's getting hot already. Also, I kind of smell something. 130. I mean, I'm pretty experienced with sauna, so I feel like, so let's do time, temp, 113, 122. I'll do 131. Whoa, it heats up extremely fast. Like that was maybe a minute and I'm starting to feel heat from it. Okay. It definitely heats up more, it heats up from the base. I think that's where the heating element is. I'm sitting towards the back end of it and I could feel a lot of heat kicking out like immediately. I just plugged it in and turned it on before I even set the temperature and the time and everything. It was starting to get warm. So that's very encouraging. And I don't want to have any electronics too close to this. Let me lower this down. I've got my iPad. Black Shield Maiden by Willow Smith will be my entertainment for this session. Highly recommend this book. It's been very entertaining so far. And I'm like halfway through it. So I'm in here. I mean, it's just like, yeah, it's just like a sleeping bag. And it feels pretty comfortable. I am a woman's size 12, right? So not a tiny person, but I'm short. And I feel fine in here. It doesn't feel claustrophobic at all. It has It doesn't feel claustrophobic at zipper. It has a nice big zipper pull that's easy to grab. So I'll go ahead and slide on down into this. And look, I'm like zipping it, you know, kind of zipping it one-handed and holding the camera. And no issues with the zipper. It's starting to get warm here. Oh, no jewelry, you guys. Apple Watch has to go. No underwire, no metal, no wires, right? So if you do want to wear a bra, keep it to a sports bra, right? Because you don't want any metal underwires or things like that while you're in here. So I'm not gonna put a towel or anything here. Oh crap. Okay, wait.
ripple from the forest, more than a whisper. It's an omen of death. I roll my eyes, knowing I'll be the one to clean this
What's
up
up, kitty?
later.
What's up, boy?
She says, trying to
It's fine.
holding up a bone. It's a thigh bone from the wolf you killed. Have you done this before? I asked curiously. I never thought of Freydis as a sorceress, but now that I have seen the depth of her knowledge of these magical markings, I wonder. How anyone lives like this year after year is beyond me. Making most of our meals alone in her room. Promise. Soon. Soon. It is over. Our friendship, if I can even call it that, will be over as well. I feel a bitter hatred bubbling up inside me, but I shove it back down. I have nothing to gain by mouthing off to King Buck.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay, so I finished 35 minutes and wow, I definitely got a really good sweat in this. I mean, it does what it's intended to do. I am 5'3", and of course I'm sitting up, so my feet are down a little bit farther than they were when I was laying in it. But I would say my feet came to around like where the L or the I is in the word Lifepro. I saw in some reviews where people who were taller than me, like 5'5" to 5'7", were complaining that it was like unbearably hot at the bottom for them. And I could see a couple of times I moved my legs towards the middle or kind of stretched a little bit, and it is super, super hot. So I would say if you're on the taller side, maybe you want to buy the longer one. I might put like a towel or something there just to kind of block, because that's where the heating elements are. But you guys, this thing gets super hot and you definitely sweat. I was concerned at first about there being a little too much space at the top opening, but let me tell you, when this thing is on and it gets rocking and rolling and it's hot and you're sweating, you're so grateful for that little bit of space. Oh my gosh. Yeah, getting in and out is it's definitely the thing about this. Maybe if I can get my other arm out, kind of shrug out of this, no? Yeah, so using this solo is its own trial, but I got a great sweat. Also, one thing, you know, I was kind of concerned about like not getting the full sauna experience because your head is out of the blanket. Let me tell you, my face, I've started to feel like a little sweat on my nose and my forehead, and I didn't have the temperature up too high, so you're gonna be sweating everywhere with this, even though your head is outside. So yeah, my clothes are completely drenched for the first experience. I feel really good about this. I was sweatier at the time, but just the struggle of getting out of the blanket, and it's already started to cool down. So they do recommend for you to wait 15 minutes, just giving it like a quick inspection, making sure everything looks good. My gross little pool of sweat at a pretty low temperature and a pretty short amount of time. So I can only imagine, you know, once I get used to this more and I really start to amp it up. My final thoughts on this for now, and I'll definitely come back, you know, as time goes on to keep you guys updated, but I'm satisfied with my purchase. If this review was helpful to you and you would like to show some love, I would really appreciate if you checked out the link in my description when you consider purchasing this. It comes in multiple colors besides pink. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this helps someone. Peace.